We're gonna set the Fork Spring Preload. This is a 2024 KTM AOS or twin chamber fork. So put the spring perch back on. On this particular fork, your spec sheet may have a length including spacer. So we're gonna measure here. We're gonna measure the spring end to end with the spacer. So right now we're at 475 millimeters and our spec is 478. So grab an extra 3 millimeter spacer, remeasure, then install the spring. If you're working on a cone fork, a lot of times the spring has a clip-in spacer. That spacer goes down towards the spring perch, and then all the rest of your spacers go at this end of the fork. And the reason they go here is because it's the best spot to put them. If you put them down here, they can wiggle around inside the fork, prematurely wear, especially if you're using metal fork spring spacers. You always want to have them up on this end of the fork. On the 2024 and 2025 AOS fork, it has a clip. Put that clip in there. With this fork, when the clip in, we're gonna install the outer fork tube. If you're working on a Showa or KYB, same thing, you just don't have this clip. So we're gonna put the outer tube on here, and then you take a measurement. So sometimes on your spec sheets, you'll see like 322 and 318 with 4 millimeters of preload. So you pull tape measure from the top of the fork cap to here, write down your measurement. And this one, because it has the clip, we already know that it's set. Put the fork down, put the rebound adjuster in it. Set your rebound clicker to spec. Then measure it again. Subtract this measurement from the last measurement, and it will tell you what your preload is on the fork spring. If it's correct, put the fork right side up, give it a little push. You should be able to feel if the fork tops out really bad, you got too much spring preload on it. Should have a nice even feel to it. Put the fork oil in the outer. I like to use the cap wrench in the center of the fork to snug everything up. Tighten the fork at the top, both inner and outer, by doing this. That way you're certain that everything is tight. Set your compression adjuster, give it a final push test. Slide your travel indicator up, give it a wipe down. Now you're rock and roll. And that's how you set the Fork Spring Preload